못 들던 그때보다 조금은 잃었어. 우리는 바보처럼 몸으로 부딪히면서 배웠어. 넘어질 때마다 일었어. 다시 고쳤었지 이력서. 눈부신 성공의 신바람. 잠시나마 불어봤던 휘파람. 한 곡도 퇴근하기 전에 그림자처럼 날 따라온 비바람. 시기 질투 기대 압박을 못 이긴 몇 번의 실축. 저만 나태함 속에 던졌던 말로 홈런을 맞는 실투 다 끝. 난가 같았지만 우리 앞길을 막지 말라고 외치며 마음을 다잡곤 했었지. 진짜 한치 앞도 안 보이는 가시밭길에서도 절대 유턴 없이 잘 바라느리로 의지하면서 둘이 딱 붙어갔지. 비극 지금 기가 아프지만 지나고 보면 웃음 나오는 희극. 그래서 우린 지금을 참고 살아. 난 미쳤다 생각하면서 keep dreaming. 희망이란 끈 잡고 살아.
이 험한 현실에서 아직 붙잡아두고 싶은 꿈. 넘고 힘든 삶은 능선 내서 때론 포기하고 싶은 꿈. 너와 천천히 오래 걷고 싶어 until the end of time. 지금 난
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this Game 3 of the playoffs on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy. And we've got Allie LaForce reporting from the sideline. It'll be the visiting team and the home team. And you take a look at this home team. They've been dynamite here in the playoffs, having lost just one game so far.
And really, a deciding game like this, everything's magnified. And sometimes that can be a challenge. But the best players find a way to channel that energy. Playing in front of this great home crowd, I believe, can only help. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
And here's Brown outside. Hits the three-point bomb.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
We played just over a minute here in the first.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Six to shoot. From outside the arc. Rebound by Williams.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
Misses from short range. Right side, Thomas. From the arc. Taken away by Williams. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2. Brown outside. To the paint. Williams with the steal. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Now here's Thomas. And here's Brown. Outside Thomas. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Drives to the hoop. In off the glass. He's got 8.
Well, the screen is what gave him space to make his move.
Inside. And they get it. They set the pick. Can't throw down the putback. It's a 5-point game. And their offense is really clicking right now.
Playing with a lot of energy. Now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
Down low. 5 on the clock.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there. Well, he's got the hot hand, and he's scoring with confidence right now.
It's deflected. And they recover it. Here's Hale with the drive. And he banks in the layup.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Thomas. It's good.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
Missed inside. Brown outside. The 10-footer. And that one goes long. Now, here's Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Now, how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. And he makes that one.
Nice read. Sets his teammate up. You like how they're sharing the ball.
That's it. That's it. His fifth field goal, he's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. To the inside. Here's Brown. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
Dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
First team foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And there's the drive. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
First team foul. Substitution for the away team. Number 6.
And he commits the intentional foul. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just 1 or 2 major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
Here's Brown. Hasn't made one yet. Fires the 3. Can't hit that one.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Outside Flynn. 4 on the shot clock. Lets it go with a 3. Nailed from three-point land.
Of the 2 offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
Now, here's Brown. Scoring his 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Mitchell outside. Up top, Flynn. Over to the wing. Hale. The shot's good on the assist by Flynn. He's got 5.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Driving in. He gets that one.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the ring.
Off with the layup. 29 seconds left to play in the first. Orlu. Another shot. Can't capitalize inside.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Here's Flynn. The layup missed. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Up by 8. And we'll be back with you right after this. And we return again with more playoff action from the Western Conference semifinal. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, they gave the other team no time to breathe. Every time they got the ball, they were off to the races. And you see how effective this aggressive mindset can be.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And he could not get them one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly. Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Now here's Flynn. Takes it inside. The layup off target. Here's Morgan. Pass to Dotson. Here's Zizic. Here's the 3. And play stops as it looks like they call him over the back here.
Sometimes it's just better to concede a rebound instead of fighting through the guy and getting called for over the back.
Yeah, that's a careless foul. Look, you like that he's being aggressive, but you also have to be disciplined.
Outside Flynn. Shot clock at 6. To the middle. That one's off. He starts the game with the miss. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless, the foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Both teams deciding to change it up. On defense, the home team. They've only given up 1 point in the second quarter. That one coming at the line. 6 on the shot clock. Brown inside. 8 points for him. Good D by Williams. A 3 ball. Drops in the tray. 17 points in the game.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Driving the lane. Here's Brown. And Brown throws it down hard.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. Here's Arslan. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Can't hit from in close. Tries again. Out to the right wing. 5 to shoot. Driving inside. And it's Arslan with the rebound.
Well, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of it.
That is really good work there on the offensive play.
A three-pointer is right on target. He's got 7.
Defensively, if you're going to disrupt his rhythm, you have to put more pressure.
Good on the bucket.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Orlu uses the glass to finish the layup.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Pass to Williams. Ford with the ball. He has yet to score. To the paint. Here's Kavanaugh. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Now here's Brown. Fires from the corner. Rebound by Williams.
And that's one he wants back. Just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
Kavanaugh's shot is off. Now Matthews. Over in the corner, Brown. The screen from Brown. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you got to love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline.
Working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Pass to Kavanaugh. Calls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Orlu. His three-pointer's off the mark. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part. Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Works that one inside nicely.
And he uses the glass on the lane. 24 points for him.
Well, they have to be thrilled with how reliable he's been tonight.
From past the arc, buries it from 3-point range.
That's the second long-range bomb in the quarter after a slow first period. He is on a roll.
Stolen away. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick. And he's showing a little more aggressiveness getting himself to the line here in the second quarter.
It's a neck-and-neck game here in Sacramento. Pass to Kavanaugh. Back to Flynn. Clock at 6. And whistle for the 3-second call. Things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
Matthews scanning the floor. Just 4 to shoot. Intercepted. And they're on the break. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
Yeah, and the advanced pass there set it all up. Scanning ahead for the early offense opportunity.
Here he goes. Here's Arslan. This one for 3. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. There's 1:59 left in the first half of the game. Here's Hale. The shot's good on the assist by Flynn. 10 points for him.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet, we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Now here's Flynn. He has 5. Bucket is good. Flynn's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, he's picking it up here in the second quarter after a slow start.
Brown outside. To halt the run. 4 for 9 from the floor with that miss. 1:02 left now here in the second. And then Mitchell at the dump.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Over in the corner, Brown. And he's got his first free throw of the game. And the first one at the line is good. And Brown drops them both. And here is Flynn. He has 7. There's a screen. Hale. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
A signature slam from the big fella. We've seen a few of those before.
Now here's Flynn to the inside. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. That'll do it for the first half. They're up by 9. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And we're back with you, all set to bring you more action from Game 3. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It shows you're able to attack the rim from any position.
6 on the shot clock. Left side, Brown. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot before second violation. Pass to Kavanaugh. Inside. And the layup's good off the glass. 28 points for him.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And it takes that one up and powers it through.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. 6 to shoot. He takes it in. Got a hand on it. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession. Shot clock at 3. On the inbound, he lays it in.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
The screen from Brown. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
Well, you love assisted hoops. That's good offense.
Latrey off the mark, only his second miss in 7 attempts. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Fast break, here they come. Back to Williams. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. Williams has got 8 points.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
Yeah, they did a great job of controlling the pace throughout the game and keeping the defense on their heels. Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
Now, here's Mitchell. Pass to Kavanaugh. Some solid defense from Brown. Well, with the basket here, they could get back to within single digits. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The first one falls. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Kavanaugh. And here is Williams. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Williams has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy.
Substitution on the court.
Flynn with it. 7 points in the game. Count that one. Flynn's got 9 points. Well, they've got some work to do to cut into this lead.
And no need to get away from the game plan, but plenty of time to get back in.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Now Brown, still yet to score.
Well, that's why it's so important to seal off those passing lanes inside. Make them earn points in the paint.
Now here's Brown. Fires the 3. Rebound by Williams. Here's Flynn. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Ford. Just 5 on the clock. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, the screen is what gave him space to make his move.
And here is Thomas. There's the pick. It's Brown on the wing. scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
Out to the wing. Takes the 3. He can't get that one. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Clock at 4. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Outside Flynn. Pass to Ford. Out left to the wing. Panika. Good, and a nice assist from Ford.
The defense gave him a little space, and he took advantage.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass. 18 points for him.
Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Now, here's Matthews. Here's Brown. Just 5 to shoot. Second chance effort. And the layup is up and in.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Driving to the basket. A nice shot by Flynn. And they've got time, Greg, to chip away at this lead.
Yeah, still lots of time, but they have to play smart if they want to erase this deficit.
Back to Matthews. And he converts the layups. Matthews has got his second bucket tonight.
Well, you're just making it easy for your opponent when you don't prevent them from getting to the rim.
And the ball goes out of bounds. It's turned over.
That's a careless pass and a wasted possession. That's just unnecessary.
Here's Dotson. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Morgan. Right wing. Here's Dotson. Shot clock at 6. Comes up empty down low. .143 left in the third. He doesn't hit that one. To the wing right side. They set the pick. Pass to Zizic.
Coming on the floor for the Lakers, number 6.
We've got 1:28 left in the third. Outside Flynn. Sinks that one from the post. Flynn's got 13. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Here's Morgan. No scoring in this one. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Zizic. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Into the lane. A nice shot by Flynn.
Look, if I'm one of his teammates, I just keep getting him the ball. He has been lights out.
Orlu. That's no good. He's 5 of 10 from the field. Now here's Flynn. He's got 15. Going inside. And it's, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
Yeah, really a perfect way to finish that quarter on a strong, positive note.
Well, through 3. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake. Down low. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Orlu. It balls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game. There's the drive. Lays it up and banks it in. 32 points in the game.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
First free throw is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
1 minute now into this 4th quarter. To the left side wing. Pocket 6. To the inside. Fires it up. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. Guys, if they're going to make a run, no time like the present.
Yeah, and it's certainly, we had to expect a better game than this. Been very ugly thus far.
And it's blocked. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. On defense, the visitors. They trail by 14.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with 2 serves.
We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. Pass to Arslan. Brown outside. 6 to shoot. And he drops it in from the low post.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
He's off on the first.
At the line for 2.
And the second free throw, good. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Pass to Thomas. Shot clock at 5. And it's blocked. And now here comes Williams leading the break. Takes a 3. Drills the three-pointer. He has 35.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage. Grows their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And he's good on the second. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
A special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Brown outside. And he drops in the layup off the glass. To the middle. There's Williams. No good with the layup. Well, Greg, they're making a valiant effort to come all the way back. Wow.
And they need to take care of the basketball. Plenty of time. No need to force anything.
He was all alone on that one.
Well, that's now his third triple of the game. First here in this second half.
To the wing on the left. Here's Hale. For the three. Offensive rebound. Here's Kavanaugh. And he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, what an amazing finish there. Just fearless in when he attacks the rim, and it's as if the big fella wasn't even there.
The kick out to Brown. Three-pointer, hands it from downtown. Brown's got 19 points.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You've got to contest the shot better than that.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It shows you're able to attack the rim from any position.
And he drives in, makes it off the glass. 43 points in the game.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Launches from deep. Orley. And it's good. That bucket takes him to 9 for 14.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying it. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
And it's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
Look, he's got to play smart now. One more foul and he's gone.
So it's the visitors now. It's a 13-point game. Williams with the defensive effort. Here's Kavanaugh. Finishes inside on the nice dish.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game. And he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the team.
That free throw missing. He hits the second from the line. Now Williams. Six on the shot clock. Oh, one-handed!
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Brown, layup, no good.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Oh, good on the layup. They have a very long way to go to get within sight of the lead.
And from what we've seen so far, guys, don't hold your breath.
Now, here's Brown. And get the three. .124 left in the fourth quarter. From outside, Williams. Lets loose a three. Up again. Had plenty of chances there, but they come away empty. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Here's Kavanaugh, and the shot goes in.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
Fires the three. Can't get it. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Driving in. A nice shot by Flynn.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
And that's going to do it for this series. They'll move on. A big playoff win for them. But what isn't, Greg, big in the postseason, huh?
Great point. I really just love the composure with which they played tonight. It's easy to get too keyed up for postseason basketball, but they kept their heads and just went about the business of winning.
Well, that'll do it, folks. Glad you could join us for the Western Conference semifinals.